Hey guys, Mike here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm back out again and I'm just off the main road at the beginning of what looks like a semi-ploughed forest track that goes up into a little mountainous area that I'm going to go up and do some exploring in. This morning temps are about minus 25 degrees C, so it's pretty damn cold. Right now it's going up to about minus 10, and right now the Jeep's on about 4 psi, so really low tyre pressure, and it's that time of year where it's approaching spring and you really want flotation because it doesn't look that deep, but if you leave the tyre pressures up and you start spinning those wheels, that thing will be up to its belly in no time. But let's get up into that mountain and see what happens. See if we can actually make it first. I say we, I'm on my own talking to a camera in the forest. Let's see how this goes. I'm having trouble right off the bat, just on the first slight incline. The traction is just really terrible. The vehicle's not digging down, it's floating pretty well. We're moving, but I just can't really do this entire trip on this progress. So next flat ground, I'm going to put the chains on and put some traction back in the vehicle, hopefully, and then probably get stuck. I've stopped off in this clearing here and it looks like a pretty good spot to put the chains on. It's nice and flat, so I think with the chains I just need to not wheel spin so much, but the traction will be infinitely better. It's really going uphill that's the problem, so I'll get chains on all 4 tyres just to secure my journey. Probably just need them on the back, but better to be safe than sorry. I've done a classic dog shit job of putting these on. I really should have put them on with the pressures a bit higher, and it would have made my life a lot easier, and it would have made the tensioners a lot easier to put on as well. And then I could have dropped the pressures, driven the car a bit, then tightened them again. I've been using these chains all winter, and I decided to put them in the workshop and modify them stupidly, and now I've just realised when I got the chain all sorted, I was doing it on 15 psi, and I'm out of breath because I've been trying to put this damn chain on. I'm a total idiot. So I need to go back to the drawing board now and lengthen them a little bit more, because I shortened them a tiny bit, and mark the links red, so I could just hook them up real fast. And on 4 psi, it's killing me. This is going much better. Not going to go too fast because obviously wheel spinning it's not going to be ideal, but yeah, we're going up a lot quicker than we were before. But this is a bit of a hasty climb coming up. Let's see how we do. The vehicle's working hard, and it's not really exhaust gas temps that are a problem. They're around 300 degrees C at the moment, which is amazing. It's the coolant temps, you know, that constant working hard and keeping it high RPM all the time, just those temperatures creeping up, and they seem to steady out at around about 100 degrees C. But I don't like to keep it there all the time, so I'm letting the vehicle cool off. But now I'm about 95, and it seems to be maintaining that temperature just because I'm on first gear, 4 low, just chugging up like this, Thomas the Tank Engine style, just giving the car a bit of a break. Sorry, the Jeep. Alright, f*** off. Made a mistake, right? Forgive me for it. Well, I've reached the end of the road as far as going back up that mountain is concerned. You can probably see the contours of the snow from this shot with the drone, that it's not ploughed anymore, and it looks like there's a lot of snow drifts, and it's probably well over 1 metre high. So I won't be going that way, so if I do carry on, I'll be going right, and I'm hoping that takes me nearer the lake. If not, it's with the snowshoes again. We all know how much I love that. Can't wait to get on them bloody snowshoes and work my bollocks off. Nice spot, not much of a view, but beggars can't be choosers. I've come all this way and it was a hell of a way. I think I'm going to stay here. Well, this is a really beautiful location. It's pretty secluded actually, which I quite like. Sometimes I like being out in the open and exposed, other times it's nice to be tucked away, and with the wind coming in tonight, it's a great spot because the wind's howling over the top of these trees, over the top of this little mountain here. We should have some good cover. But I lost my sunglasses in all the commotion and the excitement of getting up here in that drive, and I also crashed the drone. Although I don't really think I did crash the drone. I'm fairly certain I saw Bigfoot lob a turd at it. He flung something, and I'm fairly certain he was wearing my sunglasses. So he's obviously f***ing with me again. Just got to finish blowing up a few things. I use this electric pump mainly because I love the sound of it. When you're out in the wilderness and that's going, it's just like, wow, I'm here, I'm finally here. Obviously that's sarcasm. The reason being is I can suck the air out of the mattresses I've got here and make them really thin, and that's how I'm able to pack the tent down so flat with my sleeping gear inside too. So as much as the sound is irritating, it's pretty damn functional really for packing down and not getting moisture inside of all this stuff. No mosquitoes yet. Well, the snow's much easier to walk on than the last time I was out. We've had some really cold weather, so it's kind of like froze the top a bit, and it's a bit better for flotation, but I'm I'm on a bit of a wood collection. Ah, man. Can use it for a bit of fat wood. Well, that's fire prep all done. Got my logs, got my kindling, got my tinder, got a little bit of a raft. Ground's cold, obviously. Never really going to get much luck with a fire on ice like that if you don't put something underneath it. So, ready to roll. I know what you're thinking. All that wood collection and you're using this thing here, but this is strictly a warmth and sausage fire. And those two things don't go together like that, but for cooking sausages later and for warmth and, you know, keeping the critters at bay. So it's nice to have a fire at night, but I also like using this as well because it's just real fast. And I'm just going to reheat some lunch. But anyway, those are my excuses. You figure out what yours are. This is when you know you spent too much money on the Jeep. Leftovers. Nice thing to do with these things is once you've served up the food, just keep it running and get some water in there for cleaning. You can just leave the heat on low, put the lid back on, and the steam will do the rest. And then it can be wiped down. You don't have to scrub it, nothing like that. Yeah, see how this goes. Didn't bring any cheese with me, but always better the next day. One thing that can be really off-putting for some people with white gas is the blackness that comes off of it, all the soot that builds up. It doesn't really bother me, although you see me cleaning it, but I like to give it a little clean once in a while. But mine just stands up as it is like this in the back of the drawer system. So it doesn't actually touch anything, but I mean, if you're putting it in a bag, you probably are going to see that bag collect a lot of black soot and probably need washing periodically or from time to time. So something worth bearing in mind. Is probably why a lot of people use gas. Burns a lot cleaner, but it is more expensive and rubbish in cold weather. I think I'm going to put the fire on now, sit down with a warm drink after dinner. It'll be dark very shortly. Should be job done. Good morning. As you can probably tell, I've woken up not too long ago, but I slept extremely well, as I always do when I'm out here. I was going to say I slept like a baby, but that saying shouldn't really be a thing. But it was a beautiful night, really nice, and not that cold, about minus 10 degrees C. So, you know, with the diesel heater off, as it always is when I'm sleeping, it's you know, very cozy in the sleeping bag. which is rated to much lower than that. So I had a really good night, and it's very quiet up here. That's probably the main thing for me. It's just the wind cutting through the trees, all you hear when you're going to sleep, and it's very relaxing. It's kind of like listening to the sound of water. It's lush. But yeah, I think there was meant to be northern lights, but I didn't see any when I went out of the tent when it was dark. I mean, maybe it happened much later or earlier in the morning, and I won't know till I see the time lapse when I get home. But time for some breakfast, cup of tea. There's a nasty rumour going round that I make shit pancakes. I don't know where that rumour came from. I've never made a shit pancake, but I'll prove you wrong today. It's a shame you can't adjust that actually. Good pancake, good first pancake here. It's just going great. Going really good, this. So, first pancake. There you go, Bigfoot. There's yours, mate. You go enjoy that. Enjoy that, mate. Keep the glasses. To be honest with you, it's just this. I'm not shit at cooking pancakes, but like if you look at, I think it's just this Maruka thing, because all the heat's just in the middle all the time. It's probably be better on an open fire, to be honest. I don't remember having this much trouble on open fires, but I've never been able to cook good pancakes on this thing. I think I'm just going to have to do much smaller pancakes, basically, because the heat is all here. This is the heat. Around here it doesn't really cook that quick, because when I'm cooking food I move things around, so I keep things warm out here, cook in the centre. Nothing wrong with that, so shut up. So that probably wasn't the best pancake cooking session, but you know what, it's very difficult on this. That's my excuse. The heat is just too central, so maybe I should just look into a bigger burner, but it's no problem with everything else. It's just pancakes. So well, that's it. The Jeep's all packed away, ready for next time. I like to pack it away like that, just so when I get back I don't have to worry about anything. Just get the bags with the food in and the clothes, take it out, put it in the house, and then, you know, just leave it until next time. So, you know, it's a nice thing to do, really. I used to be a bit lazy sometimes and be like, oh, I'll do all the washing up when I get back. But these days I've sort of been a bit stricter with myself, because the last thing you want to do when you get back from a camp trip is be unloading everything and all that kind of stuff. It's a real pain in the ass. Like once you get a good system together, you can kind of streamline it. But then I am solo, so when the family's on board, it is a very different story. There's a lot more kit. Yeah, in 6 weeks or 5 weeks or something like that, all this snow will be gone, and this will be an absolute bog basically of mud, and you won't be able to get up here without destroying the track. So I think I'll retire the Jeep off-road for a couple of weeks after my next trip, or my next couple of days out in the winter. Rebuild the bumper tyre carrier and get that ready for the summer. Try and drop around sort of 45 kilos off of that. But anyway, enough of my life story. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the fact that, you know, you got a bit of drone footage now. Hopefully I haven't overdone it, like some people do complain about that from time to time, I've noticed on YouTube. But for me, it's been a real joy to film this, much easier than my previous trips where I'm running ahead of the camera, setting the camera up, running back. I remember I did an autumn video last autumn, and I was going through like a bog, basically, an old road through a bog, and I got absolutely soaked setting the camera up. And the same goes with the snow as well. You know, you're running forward 100 meters, running back, it's a pain in the butt really. So having that drone that's able to just kind of track the vehicle and hover like a metre off the ground, almost acting like a static camera, as well as those nice aerial shots too. But you have to be careful with those in Sweden because the regulations are pretty tight here with horizons and stuff. But, you know, you just have to submit the footage and they have to approve it if you capture the horizon and all that kind of thing. But anyway, I hope it's enhanced the videos. It's certainly made my life a lot easier, much easier for me to film. But anyway, enough talking. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hopefully.